early on, before I came to the residency, this is how my work will look like. It was more structural. It has more elements of line and form, things that reference place, reference architecture, reference the complexity of place and material. I'll take these objects through a lot of treatments or reactions to get color and texture. I studied my undergrad as a painter and sculptor, but up until maybe 2013, I stopped using acrylics or oils to paint, and I started exploring materiality to generate texture and color, so I could use that to paint. So all the colors that you saw in there or you see within these are things that are actually from the materials itself. I was interested in form. I'm interested in the complexity, like I said, the complexity of place, the complexity of form. So the works are built even using 3D dimensional objects, but then also creating three-dimensional objects out of these objects. So it's almost a repetition of form in it, the repetition of texture and color, creating these illusions and even complex compositions of forms once again. And then about a month or so into the residency, I reintroduced paint or color in a very different sense. I made this work on canvas that was referencing Black Lives Matter, because their occurrence or that what sparked that moment was still happening. So I thought this is like the perfect time, or I mean, a good opportunity for me to add a voice to it or layer to that conversation. But for the first time, I could have actually turned the coin to black, to introduce the text, but I decided to paint over it. And that decision was because I thought the act of actually painting a protest or making a protest card, that it was more towards activism, more towards like it gave that sense of adding a voice in a way that you are responding to something by adding that text to it. And so I painted over the coin, and also as an act of almost like radicalism, or a radical approach of almost defacing the coin, but then adding a layer or text that cannot be erased or dare not be erased.